This is an introductory video for Windows users who would like to use the Discovery cluster. To use the Discovery cluster, you first need an account on the Discovery cluster. So you need to request an account by going to the Research Computing at Northeastern University. So when you Google Northeastern University Research Computing, you will get two different, very similar looking websites. Go to the one that doesn't have a dash in research computing, okay? And when the page comes up, you can click on here to request an account. Once you're given an account on the Discovery cluster, you need to install two programs. You need to install PuTTY to connect to the Discovery cluster. This program can be freely downloaded from the internet. Similarly, you'll need to use FileZilla, which is again freely available on the internet, to transfer files to and from the Discovery cluster. So let's connect to the Discovery cluster using PuTTY. I double click and the program asks me for a host name or an IP address. So that is login.discovery.neu.edu. Make sure that port is 22 and SSH is checked. So when I click open, I'll be connected to the Discovery cluster. However, in future attempts, I don't want to type the entire address, so I want to save these settings by saying discovery and save. So this program has saved the IP address here, port SSH. So let's just say cancel. The next time around when I want to connect to the Discovery cluster, I can just double click on Discovery, and since everything is saved, I'm immediately given this command line interface. So I enter my account on the Discovery cluster, press enter, and then I enter my password. Note that you will not see anything on the screen as you type your password in, but that's normal. Also, you can see a warning message when you first connect to the Discovery cluster. Just say yes, and in your subsequent connections, you won't see that warning message. I press enter. So I'm now logged in to the Discovery cluster. So here, as you notice, I'm at the login node. So when you first log in, you're always at the login node. However, it's a very good idea to move to a different node, to a compute node, from which you can launch computationally intensive tasks. For that, you just type srun --pty space bin/bash. Okay. When I press enter, the Discovery cluster is going to move me to an available compute node. I press enter. Now, as you can see, I'm now in compute node C0126. And from here, I can launch any computationally intensive job that I want. So to exit, I just type exit. So I'll exit from the compute node. So I'm back at the login node. And then when I exit from the login node, I will be completely exited. Okay, so this is how you connect to and disconnect from the Discovery cluster. The next file I want to show you is how to move files to and from the Discovery cluster. So I click on FileZilla. and I get an interface like this. Here's so sometimes you get new updates, etc. And when you first log into the Discovery cluster, you may get a warning message whether this is a trustworthy connection, and say yes. So the host name sftp://xfer.discovery.neu.edu, username, and then password, and then port 22, and I click Quick Connect. Again, yes, this is a trusted host. Okay. So now, on the left-hand side, these are the files on my desktop computer. This is my Windows computer. On the right-hand side, I have my files on the Discovery cluster. So this is my username. Under my username, I have these files. So I can click on these files. I can select multiple files, and then let's say I want to download it. So if I click download, that file will be moved to my Windows directory that I've chosen here. Similarly, I can go click on a file here on the Windows side. Let's say my documents, let's see, pictures, do I have anything? Let's say videos. Anyway, so, oh yeah, here are some files. So let's say here's a file. I right click and upload. So upload will put this file, move this file from here to the Discovery cluster, to the folder that you specified. Okay, so this is how you move files to and from the Discovery cluster. So now let's go back to the Discovery cluster, and I'll show you how to use a software to do some computationally intensive tasks. So I click on PuTTY. I can double click on Discovery, which will take me to the Discovery immediately, or I can just say load. This is a roundabout way, and then open. I will get the same terminal window, a username, password, enter. I'm at login, and then srun pt --pty bin, sorry, bash. I'm at this compute node. So now let's suppose I want to run Stata. Okay, so first I need to check if Stata is already loaded and ready for me to invoke. For that, I type module list. So this command will list all the modules, all the programs that I can run from the Discovery cluster. And I click, I just have one thing, and I don't have Stata loaded. So I want to see if Stata is even available for me to load. So I type module avail, and that will give me all the available programs that I can use. So for example, I have, let's say, where is this? Yeah, Stata 14, and I have Stata 15. Okay, so I want to load Stata 15, so I type module load Stata /15. I press enter. Now I should have Stata available to run, so I type the command module available to see if it's now available. Module avail, module list. So module list gives me the list of modules that have been loaded. So I have this one, and as the second module I have Stata loaded. So I can run Stata. So what do I want to do in Stata? I have a very simple program as a test program that I can run in Stata. And what is that? So let me look at find that program. So to see a list of my programs, I type ls space -l. Okay, so that'll give me all programs. So here I don't have my file that I want to run, so I need to go to that directory. So here I want to know where I am, present working directory pwd. Okay, so currently I'm in home / my username. First of all, it's Discovery Cluster is never meant for long-term file storage. So whatever files are on your Discovery directories, please move them to your Windows directory as soon as possible. The directories on Discovery Cluster will be purged periodically. So, so my files are not here. Where could my files be? My files are on the second directory that is allocated for every user, and that is the Scratch directory. So how do I go from the home directory to Scratch directory? I type cd space scratch /c dot my username. Okay, so I'm there, pwd, present working directory. Okay, I'm in the Scratch directory. So let me type this command again, look at the files that I have. Yes, so I have this file stata example.do. Okay, I have run this file before, and the output is stored here. Okay, so I want to delete the log file. Let's say these are previous results. You're not interested in them anymore. So to delete a file, you just say rm stata example.log. Okay, so stata, the log file has been deleted. Let me see. Let me list the files again. Again, here we see the do file is still there, but log file is gone. So in order to launch the stata and execute this do file, I type stata -b do stata example. Before I do that, what's in stata example? So to see the contents of a file, you can type cat space stata example.do. So this command will list the contents of stata example.do. I press enter. So there's only one command in stata example.do, and it is version. So stata will output the version. So let me run this stata -b do stata example.do. Okay, so this will invoke stata in batch mode. You will have no user interface. This do file will be executed, and the output will be written to the log file with the same name. I press enter. Stata has run. Let me see if the log file has been generated. Yes, here's my do file, and here's my log file. So what's in the log file? Just I can do cat stata example.log. Okay, press enter. So here's the output to version 15.0. Okay, so this is basically how you run a computationally intensive task, in this case using Stata. And this concludes this tutorial. Thank you for watching.